Hey guys, DJ Urbanovsky, American Kami Custom Blades out of Omaha, Nebraska. Here today to do a quick little DIY video for you guys on how to set up your new Maniaxe sheaths for use with MALICE clips or MOLLE locks. Do not send them drilled that way unless you request them. So if you got one from one of my dealers, then it's not going to be drilled on the back for those. So this is going to explain to you how you can do that yourself. It's pretty simple. You don't need a lot of tools. What you'll need to do this are, of course, your MALICE clips or your MOLLE locks. You'll need two of them, obviously. You will need a pair of hemostats. You will need a Sharpie. You will need a center punch. You will need something that you can use to drill, corded or cordless, your choice of course, armed with a 7/32 inch drill bit. And then of course your mounting hardware and whatnot. I've just got this one post here that was floating around. You can get these at Home Depot or Ace Hardware if you want to be all ghetto fabulous about it. You want to be all pro style, go with Blade Tech. This one was probably from Ace Hardware. It's just what I had laying around just to do this quick and dirty video. So the first thing that you want to do is obviously measure out on your plate carrier or pack where you want to mount this sheath. Measure once, cut twice, that whole thing. Pay attention to what you're doing and be safe, of course. First thing is with these, our holes in our MALICE clip are actually undersized, so we're going to need to drill those out. And I'm just going to do this quick and dirty, basically, like we'll say I've already measured blah blah blah. So we've got our hole right here up at the top, and then let's say for the amount of channels and rows we've got, we want to drill our hole right there. So first thing that we'll do is we want to hog out those two holes with our bit. Take a piece of scrap 2x4, mount it onto your coffee table. Not responsible to any damage that might occur to your coffee table, and then clamp it in place so it doesn't spin around. And then we're just gonna quick and dirty just like that. We just enlarge those two holes, and now our post fits through them. You want to go the added step and deburr that. We of course can go ahead and do that if you want to get all fancy with it. So there we go, basically. We're going to take our post, it's going to go through that hole there, and then this is going to go through the hole in our MALICE clip. And of course measure so that your thicknesses are appropriate as far as how long your post needs to be for the length versus the thickness of the material that you're working with. That way you don't get a bunch of play in here. They come in different lengths. So get about as perpendicular as you can with this. And then of course we're going to take our Sharpie, and we'll just, without moving that, hopefully try and mark where that hole is going to be. So blue is better. It's a lot easier to see on this black Kydex, but that's about where we want our hole. Right there. I'm going to take that and center punch it. Just like that. Make sure it lines up, and of course it does. And then we're going to drill our sheath. Now I'm going to slide a piece of backing material in between this side of the sheath and the other side of the sheath so that we don't punch a hole all the way through. You use like a cookie sheet or something like that. Anything that you can slide in there. Use a butter knife if you have to. Just whatever you've got handy. I'm just using a piece of scrap Kydex. So there's our hole right there. We're just going to line up our drill in our center punched area and just go slow like that. Real quick and dirty. So now we have a hole here in our sheath. It's about perpendicular to here, which is how we're going to end up mounting this. Now we're going to take this post, we're going to stick it right in this hole, like that, so that it's sticking out. Now, we're going to attach our hemostats to it, just like that. And there's one other vital piece of equipment that you're going to want for this project, and that is a heat gun. You can get these for real cheap. Turn it on high, and then let it run for about 15-20 seconds until it gets good and hot. And then what you're going to do is get it down here, right near where this post is. And as you're heating up that area, and it should only take like, you know, a 5 to 10 count tops. If this starts to get a sheen to it, you're getting it too hot. Get the heat off of it, okay? It should stay matte like this. So, but as it's warming up, what you're going to want to do is pull this way on these hemostats, and that's going to give you a little hump here. And you'll see what I'm talking about right now. And move it around too while you're doing it. Don't hold it just in one place. It's hard to do with one hand. So we had our little count right there. And now we're just going to gently pull up on this a little bit. And what we're doing is we're getting some clearance between the back of this post and the other side of the sheath, so that we go to reinsert the axe in here, we don't ram it into the back of the post, we don't cut off the end of the post, we don't potentially scrape up the finish on our fine cutting tool that we're inserting into this sheath. So we'll just blow on it a little bit there. It'll cool off pretty quick. So there we go. We got our post. We can see how that is now raised up. We have a little hump there, basically. And then, of course, I don't have another spare post floating around, or one of the right length. But you can see, insert our drill bit in here, everything lines up very nicely. And then, of course, what we do is we take our screws and run them through here and cinch this sucker down tight, and then we just repeat our process for over here for our second MALICE clip, and then there you go. Suddenly you've got your MALICE clips attached. You can weave it to your plate carrier, your belt, or your pack and whatnot, and good to go. It is pretty much just that simple. And there you go. That's how you install MALICE or MALICE clips or MALICE locks onto the back of your factory Maniaxe sheath. So there you be. DJ Urbanovsky, American Kami Custom Blades, Omaha, Nebraska. Stay safe, America.